to another adventure of a lifetime with Deibler Outdoors.
I'm host Steve Deibler.
And I'm host David Simmons.
You know, we've been hunting and fishing together in the outdoors since we were little kids.
And now we're inviting you along with us as we explore North America.
Come along with us on another Deibler Outdoors adventure of a lifetime. On this week's show, Deibler Outdoors is sending several pro staff members to southeast Alaska on a halibut fishing adventure. This adventure begins with a flight to Seattle, then to Ketchikan, and then we take a ferry ride to Prince of Wales Island. After arriving there, we're actually staying in Whale Pass, Alaska. But then what we're going to do is we're going to go fishing out of Nocatee, Alaska. It's a little small community on the west side of Prince of Wales Island. And we're going to be fishing with Captain Greg on a 22-foot boat called the Kingfisher. We'll take a small boat ride out to Warren Island. We'll actually be fishing Warren Pass. We're bottom bouncing cut herring and squid, and we're fishing anywhere from 100 foot to 300 feet depths. And we're going to be fishing for halibut. We're going to be fishing for rockfish, lingcod. There's a whole mixed bag of fish that you can catch out there. You're never really sure what you're going to catch. I've fished all over Alaska for halibut. I've fished in Seward, Juneau, Ketchikan, Homer, multiple places. But what I found is the one thing that's most important wherever you go, including Prince of Wales Island, is that you have a really good captain. This week we did. Captain Greg was incredible.
With the J-hooks, if you feel it hit, go boom, boom, and they'll tug. If you feel it, you can go ahead and set the hook with J-hooks, but if you don't have J-hooks, you don't want to set the hook. The circle hook, you gotta let them take it. Basically, it's designed, circle hook is designed for you for commercial use, and halibut will hook themselves more or less with it. And the herring's actually what's drawing the fish in, the halibut. And the reason we put the
smell.
The smell comes to the herring, so they come to the herring for the smell. The reason we're putting the other stuff on there is to give something after you get a hit. You also would like to be able to keep fishing, so we're trying to keep your rods in the water so you don't have to necessarily bring them back up constantly. In halibut, at 70 pounds, a male halibut, this is what we read in the book anyway, they're supposedly changed sex from male to female. And most of the big halibut are female.
Good at catching them.
I think I better go on a diet.
One I caught a while ago.
Yeah, I may have one myself.
Unit Emily in.
Yeah. Probably got another rock.
I think you got the same fish.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you have the same fish. This is going to be a tag team.
The tag team.
Now David's
Stay tuned to see how many big fish we can
I
catch.
shouldn't be moving too much, but we're going to.
I think we had a real good morning.
Hi friends, I'm host David Simmons. This week's adventure takes place on Prince of Wales Island in the community of Nocatee, Alaska. We'll be fishing for halibut, lingcod, rockfish, and Warren Pass.
Southeast Alaska is an incredible place. We were actually going up there for not just a halibut fishing, but for black bear season. It actually opens September 1st, and we arrived a few days early. Why did we arrive a few days early? Because we want to do some fishing, and we want to do some bear scouting. And they actually go hand in hand, because a lot of times the salmon are running and the bear are feeding on the salmon. But what we decided to do the first couple days is go halibut fishing. And I've done quite a bit of research on the Prince of Wales area, and what we decided to do is to get on the west side of Prince of Wales Island, out in the Warren Island area, out in Warren Pass. And because you don't get the pressure on that side of the island that you might get around Ketchikan, where all the cruise boats come up around Ketchikan going through the inside passage, you get a lot of fishing pressure in that area. So we decided to go on the west side of the island where hardly anybody fishes. And boy, did it pay off. It pays off in a lot of fish, it pays off in big fish. And we sure caught the fish over the next couple of days. It was incredible. You need to stay tuned with us, and we're about to show you some of this incredible halibut fishing action.
You want it to hit the bottom and then lift it up a little bit. And then if it's dragging, it'll just keep bouncing. Boom, 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 boom.
Here we go. I'm reeling in a big old Alaskan rockfish.
I got one.
Got a fish.
Look at those spines on him.
That's called mother-in-law fish. God, don't say that.
Here we go. We're coming in the boat with him. Heads up.
Squills on the back of that, they inject poison.
We don't want that happen.
Well, it won't kill you or anything, but it will make your fingers or your hand or your arm throb in pain for about 4 to 6 hours.
We don't want that.
Probably the most excruciating pain you can get to is next to a heart attack.
Oh, wow.
And they are mean. That's their self-defense mechanism, don't you?
That keeps the big halibuts from eating them.
Actually, it keeps lingcod from eating them.
Oh, okay.
You want to try it out?
Rockfish?
Some
There
good
we go.
stuff.
We got some rockfish coming.
Some good stuff, actually.
Throw another.
Fish and eggs is what I like. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Lingcod.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Right on, buddy.
Take some pictures.
Yeah, buddy. Snip on his tail.
So, easy. See the spots on the edge of him?
This is a lingcod caught here in Alaska, commonly known as the leopard of the ocean. They don't hit real hard, but they give you a fight. Come to Alaska, come on the charter, and you will be satisfied. Drag on a little tighter, son.
I'm trying.
Got him. It's fishing. You could feel a little tug, and then when I started to pick it up, you could feel him pull back, and then I just gave it a little jerk, and off he went. John, son?
Fish on.
Yeah, he's on.
Stay tuned after this commercial break, and we'll be back to catch some more fish in Southeast Alaska.
Huh?
Folks, these new Isoforce bows, if you bow hunt, gators, deer, anything.
He just killed a big alligator with one shot. That is perfect. That is one shot, one killed.
This is the most awesome bow out there. It's easy to move around in the boat with it if you're gator hunting. It's easy to move in the tree stand if you're deer hunting with it. This is a great rig. You owe it to yourself if you bow hunt to check these bows out.
40-inch lingcod, that's a trophy, huh?
Yeah, you need.
No, 40-inch lingcod is the legal size that you can keep.
Oh, okay.
Maximum.
I don't have to worry about FedExing it home for a mount.
Well, 80 pounds would be a.
80 pounds? Okay. Well, we'll work on that. That's one's about what about? About 15 pounds, 20 pounds?
Problem is, you
Can't keep what? An 80 pounder?
an 80-pound ling.
He's too big. Oh.
You can only keep a 40-pound ling or a 40-inch long ling. 30 to 40 inches.
Which is supposed to keep the small ones.
Well, they don't want you taking.
The broodstock.
Good. It's just one of those things. It has to be within that size.
What about
What makes a good captain out here? Well, one, they need to be fishing there for years, usually lifelong Alaskans. They know the water, they know the boat, they know when it's safe, they know where to go based on tide, conditions, everything, and Captain Greg did exactly that. Once we got out there fishing, he would tell us, this is the big halibut hole, we caught a big halibut. If he said, this is where there's a lot of fish, man, we caught a lot of fish. There were times when we had 3 or 4 rods tangled up, fishermen running everywhere, and it just, Captain Greg would get them untangled, he'd get that lingcod in, he'd get that halibut in, he'd get that rockfish in, and you know, it's exciting. When you got 3 or 4 guys tangled up, big fish on the line, it's incredible. So one thing you need to remember is you need a good captain, and that's really what I strive to do on all my fishing trips, is we find the best captain we can find in the area. Usually has a lot of experience in his area, good personality, so he's friendly. Nothing worse than having a captain that's unfriendly. But Captain Greg was great. I highly recommend him, as I usually highly recommend most of the captains we use. So you ought to just watch this, sit back and enjoy all the fish, and maybe next year you can do it with us.
No! Give me a couple more seconds. Throw that buoy over the side.
He's not taking
Throw the buoy over the side.
Buoy over the side. Okay, bring him over here. Nope, nope, he's going down back. Yeah, let him go, let him go.
Let him run, let him run. That way you get to haul him up again.
Don't tell him. Whoa, whoa, big boy, big boy, big boy. Don't break off, don't break off, don't break off.
Coming back.
Look tight, don't break, don't break, don't break. Okay, nice and easy. Let's try not to stretch him out this time. Dennis, don't spook the fish on him. That's a nice one. She's gonna go. Bye-bye. Let it go back to drag up.
It's gone.
It's Jaws. Cephas.
Ready? Set, go.
It's focused. What? Oh, damn! Arms are tired.
I think y'all just flop him over.
You want me to flop him over?
That right in.
Actually, Dennis, I think I got one out myself.
Roll it right up to the deal there.
Friends, we would go through certain areas up here on our drifts, and we would get into so many fish that it was just a circus on the back of the boat. We would be just literally dancing all over each other, trying to keep from getting hung up. We'd have fish going every direction.
Gaffed it.
I didn't hook you out of it.
I gotta look at it first. I might have to cut his line.
Better you than me, Matt.
Going on that, or you want to go to the house?
Going down?
Well, I bring him up, and then he's going back.
Give me the boat. I got the boat.
The North Pacific halibut is a big fish. When I mean big, I mean really big. I think the world record's probably around 459 pounds. It was caught up around Homer, Alaska, and that just gives you an idea what kind of fish are out here. They're the predator of the ocean. They fear nothing. They'll eat about anything that comes by. They're bottom feeders, and we're fishing the tide flats as the tide rolls. The halibut get up on these flats. They come out of the deep ocean. They may come out of 1,000-foot depths up into flats that are 100 foot, 300 feet deep. and that's where they'll be laying. What we're after today is we're after halibut in preferably over 100 pounds. That's a real trophy. Anything over 100 is a real trophy. If you get some over 200, that's incredible. You know, you can get some even bigger than that, but there's just a few every season. Anything under about 30 pounds is called a chicken. We usually throw those back. On this trip, we're able to keep 2 halibut per person. We'll keep a smaller one that's excellent table fare, but then we'll fish for a really big one.
Real, son. Let her run, let her run. Let her run. Yeah, that's a big fish. That's the heaviest rod I got.
Stay tuned and watch, and let's see what we can catch on this drift.
Can't hardly pull these out.
So what do we do now?
You reel.
Here's lift.
If you can't pull the drag, how you reel, son.
Lift and don't get jerky. Just lift.
Nice and gentle.
Lift gently. Don't slack your line. Lift up. If you can, lift up and then reel down. Try to keep nice, even pressure all the way up, all the way down. Keep the thumb off of the eel. Let the reel do its work.
Okay.
That's why I said you have to be real smooth. You got to lift, nice and even pressure. You got to give me even pressure. It's a big fish. Even pressure. If it's 250, 300 pounds, you have to remember, you got 80-pound test. You got a 60-pound leader. Okay, you got a spreader bar. There's all kinds of little connections and little doodads. Okay, even pressure, smooth. That's what I need. Smooth. Okay.
I'm Dennis Slough. I've been hunting over 40 years, and I've never been on an experience like this. Caught the biggest fish I've ever caught. I've been fishing in the Chesapeake Bay. I've been fishing in the Atlantic Ocean. But boy, what an experience I had in Alaska. After this commercial break, let's see if I can land this monster halibut, get it in the boat, and we'll see how big it really is. Welcome to Deibler Outdoors. I'm Dennis Slough, pro staff member. This is what it's all about, people. Talk about getting your adrenaline pumping your first day in Alaska. I caught a 200-pound halibut. It took me 45 minutes to get it into the boat, and then I got to watch Captain Greg wrestle it and hog tie it. What an exciting adventure. You need to come join us for Deibler Outdoors.
No. He's dead.
I don't think so.
Dead? Yeah, dead he is, Dennis?
I think he's gone now.
Is he?
Yep. Oh, there he is.
No, he ain't gone.
He's gone, huh? He's got a harpoon in him with a buoy ball on it.
Keep the pressure
You
up.
seen Jaws?
Boy. Oh, he's right. Oh, he's got that. Okay. You want to leave this in the water?
Yeah. What we're gonna do is we're gonna drag him over the side. The longer we keep him in the water. Then I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna hog tie him.
Lasso.
So he don't break our legs.
Okay.
Okay. Normally I haven't found my other gaff hook. I have 2 gaffs. I'll let you drag him with that. Don't.
Okay.
If he gets too crazy. Or
Yeah.
gaff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I pull up on this?
Yeah. We're gonna get it in here.
Golly!
If you don't get deep.
I didn't think he was going to physically hog tie.
198-pound halibut in the back of a 22-foot boat. If this don't get the adrenaline pumping, you're missing life to the fullest. Captain Greg's the man, wrestling a 198-pound halibut and hog tying it.
Don't go the other way.
You ain't Johnson County anymore.
Yeah, we ain't in Johnson County no more. Got him. Good job, Captain. Let's go catch another.
Yeah, man. All right. That's halibut wrestling 101. We do that because halibut have been known to come aboard a boat.
Oh, yeah.
And you see now, when we get back to the dock 3 hours, 4 hours from now, 8 hours from now, he'll still be twitching and alive.
Really?
They are have been known to break people's legs. So we have to bring them aboard, hog tie them, try to breathe. And well, the gill's got me a little bit, but
I gotta come up here with some pearls of wisdom.
okay.
Now what do we do?
We're gonna slide him up inside out of your way.
Not Johnson County. Go for the 20-pounder next time,
Whew.
right?
So what
Yeah.
kind of weight are we looking at?
Now that's fishing, let me tell you, Alaskan style.
150.
Yeah.
There we go, man. Good job, Cap.
All right.
I'm
You're all right. Woo.
Well, stay tuned, folks, and maybe next year you can go with us on a Deibler Outdoors adventure of a lifetime.
Come join us, folks.
Beginner's luck or what?
Raven Pro Media brings your brand to life with professional audio and video media. Does your company need to reach a broader audience? Raven Pro Media brings your brand to life with exciting presentations that take advantage of multimedia's ability to captivate and influence your audience. From voiceovers to documentaries, animation to live action, band recordings to web demos, TV to widescreen, RPM's creative talent makes your media sizzle. RPM delivers the tools and talent you need to add professional audio and video to your marketing mix.
Well, that was an awesome trip, David. Man, all the halibut, lingcod, you guys caught a lot of fish, but what's this? I see Dennis caught the biggest fish. What's going on there?
A blind hog will find an acorn every now and then. You know, it just turned out to be one of them things.
Dennis is the hunter in the group. He usually isn't the one catching the biggest fish, but 200-pound halibut, your biggest one's 100?
Hey, what can I say? It just happened that way.
I tell you what, though, all kidding aside, that was some awesome scenery. The humpback whales, what was that one when the mother was breaching? What was going on there?
According to Captain Craig, it was a sow whale with her baby.
Well, that's some pretty awesome footage where she was just laying on the surface, mouth open, just laying there, and then she would blow and then sound, but then she would like herding the baby along.
Exactly. You know, it was neat.
You just don't see that anywhere. I mean, you gotta go to Alaska to see things like this. And if you guys saw this one whale, you must have seen 50 whales.
Yeah, in 2 days of fishing, there was 50, 60 whales around us every day. It was just unbelievable.
And you do any salmon fishing?
Yeah, we did some trolling for salmon. We never did really get into them out trolling in open water or what they call noodling. But we did get into some river fishing where we were doing some casting.
And you did some bear hunting too, didn't you?
Yeah, we done some bear hunting. We were there for 5 days bear hunting. Went 5 for 5 with the group we were with.
Yeah, I was on that one. We got some good bears on that one, but that's another episode.
Yeah, that'll be another show.
I hope you enjoyed our Alaska fishing adventure. Now we're going bear hunting, but stay tuned next week for another Deibler Outdoors adventure of a lifetime.
We could be in the record book with Deibler Outdoors.
Well, that was an incredible trip we had this year, and I'm thinking about going back next year.
Oh, that'd be a great hunt. Don't forget me. I want to go.